Just south of St. Petersburg and tucked away in the Gulf of Mexico sits Anna Maria Island, a quiet and quaint paradise filled with old Florida charm, white sandy beaches, and emerald green water. Anna Maria Island is only 7 miles long and is home to 3 cities: Anna Maria, Holmes Beach, and Bradenton Beach.
Yeah, we're going to start from the south and work our way all the way to the north to a place I think Sarah's pretty excited about, Bean Point.
Very excited to see Bean Point. It's supposed to be beautiful, it's supposed to be a little isolated, maybe even a local secret, but we don't gatekeep here at the Detour Duo. Cortez Beach is our first beach stop on the island with beautiful views of the Gulf of Mexico, and it's within walking distance to Bridge Street. The historic Bridge Street in Bradenton Beach is a hub for shopping and dining around in the area. Once upon a time, the Bridge Street Pier was once part of the original and only bridge onto Anna Maria Island. Right now we are on Bradenton Pier, which is just right off of the historic Bridge Street in Anna Maria Island, and one of the locals just stopped us on the pier to show us something really cool over the railing into the water that I think you might miss, so check it out. It's absolutely free to walk on the pier, and there's also a restaurant at the end, but we did not dine there. But it's a good spot to fish, birdwatch, or just enjoy the view. There's a lot to like about Bridge Street, although we were a little bummed we couldn't find the Colombian coffee shop that we wanted to try. Manatee Beach is a part of Holmes Beach. There's a lot to do here with a bar, restaurants, volleyball nets, and a picnic area. But despite having a large parking lot, it's always packed. This beach is just a little bit too busy for us.
So Manatee Beach gets crowded. Based on the number of people here, it's probably the most popular beach on the island.
Nestled in a shopping center just a few blocks from Manatee Beach is Los Chaludos. This family-owned restaurant just opened shop in March of 2022, so they're still rather new, but I'm going out on a limb and saying this place is the best Mexican food on the island. Maybe even top 5 in Florida. It's that good.
Here I got the carnitas quesadilla that came with sour cream and pico. It was phenomenal. Super juicy, the meat was very tender, and the whole thing was really filling.
And I got the California burrito, which had grilled steak, french fries, queso, pico de gallo, and guacamole. Very few eats are cheap on Anna Maria Island, but our total came out to a reasonable $44. Also, I learned what Chaludos means in Spanish, and if you get it, it makes their logo a little bit more hilarious.
Heading even further north, we stopped at the Anna Maria City Pier. The Anna Maria City Pier was first used to drop off day trippers coming by steamboat from St. Petersburg and the mainland. The pier is free to visit and parking can be found along either side of it.
Anna Maria has a free trolley that runs the entire length of the island with multiple stops along the way. This is the best way to get around.
At the north tip of the island is Bean Point. Parking is limited on the streets. Be very careful to obey the signs for parking and keep tires off of the road or you will receive a citation. It's a little bit of a hike to get to the beach, nothing difficult, but it makes this beach feel a bit more secluded than the others. And it is certainly worth it for the seclusion. We snorkeled here for hours and did not want to leave. Another plus side to Bean Point is that it feels huge compared to the other beaches in the area. The sand itself is really wide from where you walk onto the coastline, and it wraps around the tip of the island, so you have a lot more space so people can really spread out.
So this was initially supposed to be a 24-hour trip, but we're gonna come back tomorrow because we still have so much more to see and eat on the island.
We are back at Bean Point. We came for kind of the tail end of the sunrise this morning. Obviously a lot less crowded than yesterday afternoon, which makes sense because it's like 7 a.m. But it is gorgeous. You can probably see behind me. Tony is up flying the drone right now, getting some great drone shots. I am just enjoying the squishy white sand and warm water before we head out and get some coffee for the day.
Walking distance from Bean Point is Rod and Reel Pier, another one of those historic piers in the area.
Took me all the way to the next spot. I'll sit back and
Rod and Reel Pier has been here since 1947, but what's really neat about this pier is there's a restaurant at the end of it.
So this is where we're gonna have breakfast this morning. Something kind of cool about walking across an old, maybe rickety pier, having breakfast at the end of it, but beautiful waterfront views.
I'll sit back and wait right here. Picture perfect day out here. I wish it could be like this forever.
After Rod and Reel Pier, we had some time before lunch, so we decided to drive back down the island to see how long it takes to get from one end to the other. It was about 20 minutes.
Keep everything the same right here. I wish it could be like this forever.
The Ugly Grouper, what can we say? We had a hard time choosing our favorite restaurant on the island, but this one here sits at a top spot on that list. For drinks, Sarah got a rum runner and I got the frozen AMI Sunset.
Haven't seen the sunlight in a couple months. It's getting kind of dark in here and I feel numb.
This place looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. We're both getting the grouper tacos because they look amazing. Basically, it's fresh grouper, cheese shells with fresh salsa.
In my head, don't know if they'll come back. Oh, it's been nothing but a nightmare without you near.
The cheese shell is where it's at.
Hardly breathe without you here, my dear. Oh, you're just like honey in my tea.
In addition to having amazing food, the Ugly Grouper also has live music and fun and games to play.
Hot sand, what I need. You've got that summer healing.
We got a little off course, but I enjoyed our time here in Anna Maria.
Yeah, I really didn't have a lot of expectations about this place, but it is beautiful. Fantastic beaches, and I honestly wasn't expecting that good of food in this little pocket of Florida. So highly recommend this as a little weekend trip. But I'm getting sunburnt, so we need to head out of here. Is that expensive sand?
It was pretty expensive.